Imagine yourself in an abandoned place, with the sun setting and dim lights surrounding you. Suddenly, a man stands in front of your shop, his face pale and his eyes dark, saying in a cold voice, "I need water." What will you do in this strange moment? There was a man named Marcus who decided to start a small business on an abandoned road far from the city. The road was completely deserted, with no houses or shops around, making it an ideal spot for travelers who needed to stop for a bottle of water or some canned food while passing through. Marcus set up a simple tent as a small shop on the side of the road and started selling his goods. In the first few days, no one came by. The nights were extremely quiet, and Marcus spent his time playing on his phone to pass the time. After 3 days of working there, while he was busy on his phone, he suddenly heard a quiet voice behind him say, "I need a bottle of water." Marcus slowly lifted his head, feeling a shock as he saw the strange man standing in front of him. This man had a pale bluish face, with black lips and dark eyes showing no emotion. His face looked dirty, as though he hadn't bathed in a long time, but his features were human-like. The man didn't greet him and only asked for water in a strange voice, as if he was in a hurry. Marcus noticed the car the man arrived in. It was an old, dilapidated model from decades ago, but it made no sound as it stopped, as if it were a ghostly apparition. Trying to calm himself, Marcus said, "All right, just a moment." He walked over to the small fridge to get a bottle of water. As he searched, he heard the man ask in an eerie tone, "How long have you been here?" Marcus replied, "3 days." Suddenly, the man said in a cold voice, "Why did you come to my land? This is my place, my tribe." Marcus froze for a moment, wondering, what tribe is he talking about? There's no one here. It's completely deserted. Trying to lighten the mood, he said jokingly, "I consider myself a guest in your land. Isn't there any welcome?" The man gave him a terrifying look and said in a low, menacing voice, "There's no welcome for people like you. I'll kill you if you don't leave." Marcus quickly came out from behind the fridge to confront the man and find out what he meant, but the man had vanished as if he had never been there, and the car had also disappeared without making a sound. Feeling afraid, Marcus went outside, looking around but finding no trace of the man. He climbed a nearby hill that gave him a view of the surrounding area, even up to 10 kilometers, yet he still saw nothing. As he descended the hill, he saw a black cat sprinting quickly toward the mountains as though something was chasing it. At that moment, the sun was setting and the place was getting darker. Out of fear, Marcus decided to close the shop early that evening. As he was trying to lock the door, the black cat appeared again behind him, but this time its sound was strange and different, as if it were trying to fight him, attacking without touching him. Trying to calm himself, Marcus thought, maybe the cat needs water. It's hot here with no water around. He opened a bottle of water and offered it to the cat, but the cat didn't approach. Instead, it suddenly dashed into the shop. Marcus tried to follow it inside, but it had disappeared into the darkness. As night fully set in and fear overwhelmed him, Marcus locked up the shop, got on his motorcycle, and returned home. The next day when he came back to the shop, he was shocked to find everything burned down, smoke rising, and ashes covering the place. Marcus realized there was something strange and dangerous about that abandoned road and decided never to return.